Hey, what is up guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros, and I'm here to bring you an ultra budget PC build featuring all used hardware. More specifically, and more importantly, the i5-750. Can this first gen i5 deliver an enjoyable 2017 gaming experience? Let's talk about that. I managed to grab this combo right here, the i5-750, this Intel branded motherboard, and 4GB of DDR3 Patriot memory at 1066 MHz for a grand total of $50 US shipped, which I think is kind of a steal in my book. The i5-750, a CPU released back in 2009, making it 8 years old, was a really interesting CPU choice for me. It comes with a stock clock of 2.6 GHz and a boost clock of 3.2. It retailed for $213 way back in 2009. The system I'm going to be building is featuring this hardware and a couple of parts that I have lying around. First up, the graphics card, which is the EVGA 660 Ti superclocked, which I did a dedicated video on. If you hit the I in the top right corner, you can check that video out. But in long terms, in terms of pricing, I paid $40 for the graphics card, pushing the total of the whole bill up to $90. Now for the power supply. I used a 500 watt Cooler Master power supply that I got on eBay for $20 way a few months back for a build challenge that we did on the channel. Now the total is up to $110. As for storage, I used a SanDisk 120GB SSD, which cost me $60 out of pocket, tallying up the total of this build to $170. While yes, this is not the most optimal use of the money that I had lying around, but I was using an SSD that I had already, and I was just using it as a benchmarking machine. So if you're going to replicate this, I would actually recommend you spend less on a hard drive or scrap another machine and take its hard drive if you're going to do something like this. So with $170 spent and the machine put together, what did I do? I slapped an Intel stock cooler on it and added more of the stuff together and loaded up a couple of benchmarking games and programs and ran those benchmarks. So without any further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy those benchmarks. So as you can tell, with some adjusted settings, you can get a pretty solid gaming machine using the i5-750. In most titles I played, it actually appeared to be that the 660 Ti was bottlenecking and showing that the i5-750 could actually handle a more powerful graphics card. But don't take that as throwing a 1080 Ti in it, because I really wouldn't recommend that. But the question is, do I actually recommend you go out and buy this CPU? Well, I really don't, and here's why. If you save just a little bit more money and you look around, you can get the i5-2400, which will be a much better CPU in the long run than this one right here. But if you manage to find a deal like I did with the motherboard, RAM, and CPU all in one together, then I really wouldn't hesitate to pick it up, because you could easily make a super ultra budget gaming rig for yourself or for someone you know and have a decent gaming experience in most titles this year. But you know what? I would love to hear what you all think. Definitely comment down below and let me know. That about wraps things up here, guys. If you like this video, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you want to see more content from the Toasty Bros, be sure to follow us on Twitter and join our Discord community. And also stay tuned because we'll be swapping this i5 750 with an i3 processor, the very first gen i3, and we're going to run the same series of tests with it and see how well and how far we've come with the i3 lineup, which I think is going to be very interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to testing that out. And I hope to see you all in the next one, guys. Peace out.